Have you got a car that's been listed across several sites for ages and just isn't selling? Well, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to take you through 4 tips of how you can sell a car faster and ultimately for a higher price. And if you're flipping cars like me, this is one of the most crucial stages to getting that profitable outcome. For more on every step of the car flipping process, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next weekly upload. My name's Benjamin McShannock and welcome back to That Flips Cars. So tip 1 is to obviously list the car on as many different listing sites as you can. This will give you the most visibility and hence you're likely to find a buyer quicker. Facebook Marketplace is a must as it's one of the only free platforms where you can list the car. Here in Australia, you can also list your car on Car Sales. This is a far more reputable site. So if you're selling a car that's in really good condition and you want top dollar for it, I'd highly recommend listing it here. It does cost a minimum of about $40 to list it on Car Sales, but that's well worth it for a car that's in good condition. eBay is another decent platform that not many think about when it comes to selling a car. Plus it costs like nothing to sell on there. I think it's only $10 or so once you sell the car, but I could be slightly off on that. Another Aussie site is Gumtree. It also costs about $15 to list a vehicle on there. But once again, if you want maximum visibility, there's another decent option. And finally, if you're not needing to drive the car whilst you have it for sale, you can park it on a busy street near your house with a big for sale sign in the window. If you're going to do this, then make sure you include in the sign that it has rego and roadworthy if it does, and also leave your phone number in the sign so that anyone that's interested can contact you. You could also include the price straight up in the sign if you think you're selling it at a competitive rate. As for tip number 2, let me take you through an example of an actual listing. As for the listing itself, price the car $500 to $1,000 more than the lowest price you're willing to sell it for to allow for negotiation room. Take 10 to 20 well-lit photos in a big car park or along a nice boulevard. Get the car from every direction, make sure all of the interior can be seen in your photos as well, and don't forget the engine bay and the boot as well. It can also be a good idea to show the odometer of the car as I sort of have in this picture. For the most part, take the photos from fairly far back as some of the listing sites will convert them into a square format when people are scrolling through. Only take close-ups of particular details or damage that you mentioned throughout the listing description, like this bit of damage here. As for the sort of template of the listing description I use, first you just typically want to start with the year, make and model. Then you want to go down a line, put 0 mechanical issues if it has none, and then also that a roadworthy is included if it has one, or if you're planning to get one. And then also put the date at which the rego end. I just put 3 months on this car. Then go down to the next paragraph and highlight some good things about the car, like if it's had a full service history, if it's got a good reliable engine with low kilometers, stuff like that. You can see here I put smooth, reliable and powerful engine with only 140,000 Ks. Very low for the car's age. These Ford Barra engines are well known for going to 300,000 kilometers and beyond, and this is going to help give the buyer confidence that the engine's going to have no issues. Then list every single thing that you've had done to the car to get it ready for sale, from most to least significant, be that a service, replacing or fixing components, anything like that. I don't have a good example of it here, but remember, features tell and benefits sell. So don't just say heating fixed. Follow that up with the car is ready to keep you warm and toasty on cold winter mornings, or something to that effect. Then you also want to mention any other features like tinted windows, cruise control, electronic seats, anything like that. So here we have includes Bluetooth audio and a phone mount on the windscreen. Then have a very small section mentioning any negatives about the car. Something like a bit of faded paint, a small dent or a scratch as shown in the photos. Usual wear and tear for a car of its age, something like that. You can see I put overall car is in good condition. Only real eyesore is a dent in the left rear door as shown in the photos, which I'll go to here. That's the photo there. Otherwise, just usual wear and tear for a car of its age. Finally, finish with something like questions, negotiations and test drives welcome. I look forward to hearing from you. It's a nice way to let the buyer know you're friendly, reasonable and open to negotiation. Overall, the description should really sell the car and justify the price that you've put on it. Is there any tips you'd add to what I've said so far? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you missed my video on essential value ads you should do to every car before selling them, I'll leave it up here in the corner for you to watch after you finish watching this video. Tip number 3, once you finally have a buyer come in person, let them do a lot of the talking. This can help you find points to sell them on. You could even ask them a question, something like, what makes you think this car is what you're looking for? Or what are some features that stood out for you on the car when you were looking at the listing? Also, with a buyer, be honest about any small issues the car has. Make sure you only touch on them briefly, because you obviously want to focus a lot more on the positives and why the car is going to meet their needs. For the 4th and final tip, here in Victoria, it's essential that you have a roadworthy certificate. No one wants to go to the trouble of getting one done themselves or taking the car to Vic Roads to get number plates put on it, even if you list the car for cheap. Especially if the car doesn't need that much work to get a roadworthy done, then get it done. you can often sell the car for a lot more money than it'll cost you to get the roadworthy done, which is usually around $250 for the roadworthy, plus maybe another couple of hundred more if the mechanic finds a few little things that the car needs. Having a few months left of registration on the car can also help in your quest to sell it, but it's not as essential as having that roadworthy certificate. Once again, if you missed the video on essential value adds you should do to every car before selling it, it should be on screen now. If you have any questions, drop it in a comment and I'll do my best to get back to you. Hit the like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm and subscribe so you don't miss the next weekly car flipping video. My name's Benjamin McShannock and thank you very much for watching Ben Flips Cars.